Hey sweetheart subscribers, welcome back to my channel. GL Manwa, on a leash. Chapter 32. What? Hold on, Bear. What are you talking about? Is that really true? If the information I got was right, then I'm certain. Just how did you manage to find out about something like that? Don't delve any deeper. Anyway, your worries turned out to be right. That medic is a dangerous individual. Although it's best to ignore that woman and not get involved at all, no matter what her intention regarding Red is. It'll be difficult to do that given the medical support she provides. We'll need to put Red under supervision. Yes, however, don't go out of your way to tell Red or anyone else about this fact. It could turn into a big deal. Understood, Bear. Just how did Red get into that woman's radar? At first, I thought it was just simple interest. Just to the degree of mild pity and curiosity for the working class soldiers of other countries, which is common among officers from a good background. Can you stand, Red? Since it might be her first time ever meeting someone like Irene. Come on, let's go. Yes. Why are you like this when you're usually fine inside a tank? That's what I thought. Anyway, let's end this talk here. As you know, there's a new command from the headquarters. Bear, I'm sorry but I'm going to go check on her. Suddenly, there's no need for you to start supervising now. No, you know she is always full of surprises. I've prepared some whiskey in return. Thank you, Bear. Hey, Edge, hold on. That Edge is as tough as Red. They're truly peas in a pod. Edge must have wanted to get me out of the battlefield. If I don't go to the battlefield, I won't get injured, and in return won't have to meet that woman. She should have at least taken care of the receipt of mission first. Things didn't go as Edge wished because of the headquarters' unreasonable command to seize Jaibal back. I was assigned to the front line of guerrilla unit, fighting to reclaim the trenches we had built. The non-stop forced march continued only on the darkest and worst days when the Fok forces were reluctant to fight. Shoot, rain it all on them. How dare you be bastards? If it was the former Fok army, this kind of guerrilla tactic would have worked easily. But it was difficult to advance due to their fierce resistance each time. Area B clear. Oi, Red, you okay? Yes, sir. Pant, quickly get up and get ready to march. The most vicious unit of the Fok's 1st Infantry Division. I felt the strength of the Silver Crillery unit horribly. After a 10-minute break, we will immediately advance to the next trench. Yes, sir. Be on the lookout. Rest. Change your socks and don't step on the dead bodies. If a trench foot comes out of my unit, I'll kill you. Yes, sir. Guess I'm gonna stay up all night today as well. I wonder when we'll be able to take Jaibal back with this method. Even my body won't last at this rate. Phew. Rather than saving me, why don't you get rid of my stalker instead? I'll even give you a reward if you do that. Just what did she mean by a stalker? If it was so bad that even that woman got tired of it. Is it related to Silver Kriller that came as a reinforcement? According to my colleagues, it was originally a unit that was fighting the Allied forces on the northern front. It's absurd that they would suddenly move to Jaibal, which was on the whole other side. Breaks up. Come on, move your asses and get up. We need to go to Area C before the rain stops. Prepare to move. The Silver Kriller must have been moved by an officer high-ranking enough to do so. Then is that officer the stalker? But what's so special about that woman? That even the Fok's central figure would make a move. The strongest unit coming after a single medical officer. It just doesn't make sense. No, with that woman's personality, I'm sure she must have accumulated some resentment anywhere. You devils. Kill the red dog and head to heaven. Yank. Whoa. Stumble. Shoot. This damn bastard. He was hiding. Be vigilant. Everyone, lower yourself. Huff. That was close. Where's your mind at? Edge. You almost died ridiculously. You should be ashamed as a veteran of the guerrilla unit. I'm deeply ashamed. Besides, why were you hiding your ankle sprain while entering the trench earlier? What if it gets worse? It's not a big deal. What? If I whine about such a minor injury, it will hurt my pride. Is that so? This is minor. Oh, WW. It hurts, it hurts. Tight. I told you to not act tough in front of me. Huh. No matter how heavy the rain is, to think that you couldn't even notice such a sloppy ambush. Are you sure you are okay? Lately, I have a lot of things to think about. I apologize. I'll get myself together and attend to my duties next time. Huff. Just don't overdo it, please. Forget it. We need to move in 2 hours, so let's take a quick shut-eye. We're sleeping here. Why not? We hugged each other to sleep when we were small, but it's uncomfortable for you now. No, there's no way. But we usually sleep together with the other officers. We'll be sleeping here today, so stop babbling. I'm tired. I'll keep watch in an hour. Okay. It must have been very difficult because of the forced march. She has a lot to worry about in the first place, but since I'm in this state, in order to alleviate Edge's worries, I shouldn't let my mind wander and make a mistake. Yeah, once the war is over, I won't think about that woman ever again. Let's win. If we win, everything will go back to normal. Make way. It's an emergency patient. Go into the first tent. That's where they do emergency surgeries. We have a patient needing a surgery. God damn it, we don't have enough medical officers. Just lay him down over there for now. But, the bleeding. Clunk. I'll take care of him. Put him down on the operating table. Sophia, I'll leave the rest to you. Yes, sir. Slide. What's the status? A grenade dropped in front of him and this guy tried to throw it with his hand. Such a crazy thing to do. Most of the doctors who volunteer for this war often are unable to endure this devastation and appeal for their return. No matter how hard they try to save a soldier who's at death's door, they only feel miserable rather than rewarded. Because being a doctor here means patching up a dying person and throwing them out to die again. The Allied headquarters will continue to operate forcefully this time as well. These idiots volunteered to come here, riding on the propaganda of patriotism. The way they blindly believe that their devotion will save the country is just like a butterfly jumping into a fire. I jeer at them, but I don't feel sorry for them for even a single moment. But this time, I can't help but feel remorse. Even if these guys brought this upon themselves. It's really annoying to see the number of casualties increase so much more than ever before. I was wondering how strong the Fanatic squad was because everyone said they were great, but really it's just like that crazy BTCH. Who knew she would come all the way here from the other side? Even though I came to this war to die. Duval, you dare disregard the consideration of a messenger chosen by God. You're despicable, inferior BTCH. I curse you, RUCE Duval. I will burn everything around you without leaving a single trace. No matter how hard you try to protect them, you'll end up in despair at your powerlessness. You can't do anything else. I'll make sure you're the only one standing in that wreckage, miserable and alone. And even if you beg me then, I won't. I definitely can't die in that bitch's hands. I should have made sure to kill her then. I'm Captain Duval. I'm sorry for bothering you on your break, but I think you need to come out for yourself for this, Captain. Getting away from here right now would do less harm to these idiots. Again, who knew it would come back to bite me like this? Huff. A large piece of wood pierced through her right thigh, along with several scratches. Apparently she got raided while conducting an operation in the forest. Thank you for bringing her over. Yes, we will prepare for surgery now. They are even bringing her to me as they please. Right, this is all my own doing. Where and how many times did you roll this time that you ended up with such a large toothpick? This is getting more and more annoying. At first, she only came with minor injuries, so I didn't really care. Don't we see each other too often? I guess you think of me as convenient, huh? Seeing how you keep coming from time to time. You must think that treating you is easy since I can fix anything right away, but it's tiring for me if you come so often. Why is a doctor feeling so dissatisfied treating a patient? Are you sure you didn't hurt yourself on purpose to come here? Answer or I'm gonna break your nose. Oh, my nose. My nose. It's coming off. I have no reason to intentionally get hurt. Do you think guerrilla is some kind of excursion? I'm fighting on the front lines. You must be proud, doggy. Again, meeting you gives me pain where it doesn't hurt. We might get Jaibal back quickly since my doggy is working so hard. Do you want to send me home that much? Even when I asked about the strangely increasing number of casualties, she just evaded it, so I thought she was just embarrassed. Her surprisingly innocent look was a little adorable that I just treated her without thinking much of it. Doggy, just why are you like this? Slice. Half there was suddenly a raid. In the forest. I knew that. What I'm asking is something else. What do you want to know? It's clear that you've been pushing yourself these days. Even if it is a command from the headquarters, you should still act in moderation. How many times have you come with minor injuries? Are you fighting with no brain? I'm saying this because I know very well how vicious the Fox reinforcements this time are. A moment of carelessness can lead to death. Okay, fine. She's evading again. This damn doggy seems to think I'm easy. Because I treated her nicely a few times. Be a little gentle. It can't be helped. The piece is large, so just endure it. Ugh, huff, even if the number of those damn birds keeps increasing, I'll beat them all. This idiot. So, you don't need to be concerned. Do you think what you're dealing with right now is a normal fog? Okay, it's over. Well done, doggy. You can walk a bit, but you absolutely have to rest for 2 days. No matter how good your self-recovery is, if you take part in the battlefield carelessly, you might be unable to walk forever. I have a guerrilla mission tomorrow morning. I'll write a report, so don't worry about it. Get a nice sleep in this tent. There's already a shortage of personnel because of the wounded soldiers. Doggy, you are also a wounded soldier right now. Splash, the situation is currently bad. No operation has been successful by gathering up wounded soldiers. Get some rest for now. I'm different from you. I have a lot of things to protect. Halt. You can easily say that because you have nothing like that. No matter how hard you try to protect. I'll make sure you're the only one standing in that wreckage, miserable and alone. What is it? That's dangerous. What are you doing? I've told you over and over again to not talk without thinking, but you're still like this, doggy. As you know, I'm not very patient. You'll have to be prepared if you want to mess with me. Today, you're a patient I must protect. What? Tonight you won't be able to go anywhere. So let's have a deep conversation as a doctor and a patient, doggy. On a leash. Chapter 33. Alright, focus. I just got a call from the Reptiles Medical Corps, and the doctor's note said that Red won't be able to participate in battle for the time being. What? Since she can't be put into the operation right away, we have no choice but to proceed with the operation without Red. Is her injury really that serious? Apparently, it hurt her tendons or something. When you think about the thing stuck on her thigh, this was somewhat expected. I agree that she should be excluded from the operation, but isn't it better to bring her here instead of leaving her in the temporary ward? Oh my god. No. Why would you bring a patient here? I think that this place would be more suitable for her mind and body instead of a temporary ward full of wounded soldiers. What foolish things are you saying? Of course the temporary ward is better than here. Brown, you've been increasingly frantic when it comes to Red, you know. But, no buts, if you really want to keep her close, take good care of your crew. They always recklessly jump into battle and start attacking. Didn't she get hurt this time because she charged in for no reason? That Red has been even more reckless lately. It's to the point that the horror tale of the Red Dog has been spreading among the enemies. It's all because of my negligence. Would it be okay if I went to Red for a little, at least to give her a warning? You seem to be looking down on me since I turned a blind eye on Red. You're a major sergeant now, get yourself. Stand. Me too. I'll accompany her. Go, Lieutenant Winfred. What? Why are you all like this? Bear, even you are trying to be an overprotective. As a superior, I think it is necessary to check the crew's injuries. Above all, I want to receive rations directly because we have a shortage of medical supplies necessary for the operation. Who? But we have an operation in the morning. If you go, I'll make sure me and this guy come back first thing in the morning. Don't you know me well, Mom? Well, if you're the one who says that, okay. Seriously, putting Sergeant Brown aside, I didn't expect Sergeant Anderson to go along with her. They're treating that Red like the golden child in the unit. They're always so anxious every time Red goes to the medical tents for injuries. Is there something bad going on in the medical tents? Untie this right now. What are you doing to a patient? Doggy, my head is ringing, so calm down a bit. You think I can? Uffa, you're really a doctor. Did you swallow a bull or something? Why are you so strong? Huh? What about you? Have you been eating a train boiler? Your voice is so damn loud. Gosh, are you announcing your state to the world? You should think about how you'll be in trouble if someone comes. Huh? You shameless woman. Why would I be in trouble? So you are proud of smashing my nose beautifully. Who said I smashed it? It happened because you obstinately held me back. Just be grateful I didn't hit your eyes, damn woman. Should I just smash her nose and eyes? If only she's not good looking. I was only trying to subdue a rampaging patient. I was just trying to go back. I told you, your injuries won't heal in a matter of hours. Listen to the doctor, whose nose you smashed to the point she got a nosebleed. Is this something a worried doctor would do? Okay, I tied you up like this because I'm a little upset. But I don't have any intention of hurting you further, so relax. Think about what you've done to me so far. Ugh, you think I would believe that? I wanted to return in the first place because you looked like you wanted to kill me and told me I can't go back. Telling me that I have to rest for 2 days is also a lie, isn't it? Serious injury, my ha. By NG, I told you. I am not very patient. I'm not lying about your injuries. Why don't you just tell me if you want to live or die? Doggy, think about it for a moment while you're lying pathetically on the medical tent's floor. If you say that one more time, I'll make sure you know clearly that your injury is so severe that it prevents you from even moving. I get it. Why so serious? I'm glad you understand. Huh, all my energy is drained whenever I meet you. I told you I'm tired lately. Please be a little more considerate. You think I'm comfortable here. If I get it, so just untie me. No, I'll untie you after you answer my question. What else are you asking? She tied me up with a fabric, so I might be able to tear it with my claws. This time, don't be evasive and answer me properly. If not, I won't send you back to your unit forever. Seriously, why are you like this lately? How obstinate. What exactly did I do? I heard you've been so active in the battlefield as if you have rabies. Why, you are getting worse. Did you have a change of heart? What? Change of heart, you say? I was always like this. I already knew you're reckless, but you were skilled. But lately, you've been getting injured as if you're barely living. Do you sincerely want to die here? What nonsense are you saying? I'm just, too. Battles have been becoming more frequent. Sometimes I get tired, and sometimes I make mistakes. I'm not even you, why would I want to die in the battlefield? Oof, that's right, as you said, I'm a crazy BTCH who came here to die. But you're not. Oof, rest if you're tired and fall back if you make a mistake. That's how you can stop coming into this medical tent you're so sick of. Please, stop making me worry about you, doggy. You are making my life so miserable these days. Bawa, I get it already. Get away from me. Even if you say that, I can't trust you. Pull. Whoa, hold up, what are you doing? Let me down. Lift. At least as long as I'm working, you should either take a rest or sleep here. Don't tell me you're planning to leave me here all tied up like this. Damn it, I'm not leaving. I really won't leave, so don't be like this. Wriggle, my trust in you is already rock bottom. I'm going to shut your mouth as well if you keep barking for me to untie you, so stay quiet. You know that I always mean what I say, don't you? Toss. If you really only do nasty stuff. How am I supposed to wait for you when I don't even know when you'll come back? Well, in around 12 hours. What? What do you do for 12 hours? Treating wounded soldiers, obviously. Treating. But still, don't you ever have a break? You think I have time for that? If you hadn't made a fuss, I would have been able to take a rest. Just be thankful that I'm giving your personal care even when I'm so busy. I'm so thankful it brings me to tears. Have a good rest for 12 hours. I'm saying this out of concern, but if you're not here when I come back, I'm going to flip your unit inside out to look for you. Damn it, I get it, so at least untie me. HEYAREU okay. I got vertigo for a moment there. Did I bleed too much? How unsightly. What do I do with this mess? Thud, I don't have time for this. It can't be helped. I should at least get someone to treat me. Thud, hey, get yourself together. Did you get badly hurt? Doggy, go back and lie down. I'm going to clean it up and go, so don't worry. It's not a problem of cleaning it up. Why did you suddenly fall? Don't you need more rest than me? You're worrying for nothing. I'm going to take care of my body by myself, so just pay attention to your own injuries. Bite. Doggy, what are you doing? I can't tell what you're saying. Why don't you let go first? I'm thankful that you are trying to help me. Doggy, stop for a second. I feel like you're going to fall at this rate. What a riot. Don't do something out of character and just quietly lie down. Flutter, it's not your place to sympathize. If you get it, lift your head. It's heavy. Touch. Press. Doggy, even when I'm not in my beast form, I usually have a sensitive sense of smell. A convenient sense of smell that can let me recognize who the person beside me is and what they're doing just by the slightest smell even while I'm asleep. She cleaned me up and treated me while I was drugged up and slept. And she stared at me before going to sleep herself. I remember the series of smell from everything she did. I'm back up in this gloomy hour again. Just how much has the patience increased that I can't even see her when she's awake? She didn't need to sleep all curled up in this sofa. Why did she confine me like this instead of sending me to the general ward? Is she trying to show me her being HALFDEAD to make me feel guilty? I don't understand what this bothersome woman is thinking. Did she fall asleep immediately after shower? She should at least dry her hair. At that time, I was very tired, along with hopeless anguish about her intentions. And eventually, those aromas that go deep into my lungs and make my insides tremble. Damn, made me so nervous I couldn't sleep at all. Oh, look at her. She even transformed out of her beast form. What is she doing? That means, for now, I should check just in case. Doggy, what's wrong? Is it hard to breathe? I'm a bit surprised that you're suddenly like this. I don't mind your sniffing, but, jerk, maybe you can tell me why you suddenly got excited. Let me go. Slip. I just the blood, right. I'm bleeding, so I got dizzy. That's it. Come to think of it. Don't think. Weird stuff. Huff. Oof. It's been a while since we did it. Once I calm down a little. Look at you. Breathe slowly, or you let. Push. What? Shush. Don't panic. Slowly. Go ahead and smell as much as you want. It's okay. No, I didn't mean to do this. Damn it. Don't be like this. Hurry and get out. Push. Come over. If it had no meaning. I don't mind if you just lean on me to take a rest. Stop bouncing around. Brush. However, doggy, I told you before, if you empty your mind and think of it as a simple experience, it's not that difficult. Come over. Don't hold your breath and inhale. Come on. Jolt. Oh, this is pretty daring of her. I thought I would have to poke around for a while. I don't know why she's like this, but who cares? She might run away at the slightest slip like last time, so I have to handle her gently. I didn't even expect that this would happen. It feels like I'm receiving a reward for my suffering so far. What? Why? Are you satisfied with just this? Your back. The injury on your back should be treated first. If you just let it be. It'll be bad. Of course, she wouldn't be doggy if she doesn't do this. I'll tell you something good. I don't get infected with most wounds, and I don't feel much pain. It's a genetic thing, so my body is strong. Seriously, today's the only day. I will hold back from doing whatever I want. But my kind doggy is too much of a warrior, so I'll take off my clothes that the glass pierced. So please, stop the silly worries and just do what you want, okay? If you stop again, I will be very disappointed, doggy. My doggy, your tongue is so hot. I feel like it'll burn my skin. She even knows how to cutely bite like this. Pretty good. It feels fresh, but her body is really firm. It's like her thighs are made of rock. I'll have to teach her from the ground up since she doesn't know anything. But teaching her will be fun and rewarding. Damn it, it got stuck and won't come off. Hold on, doggy. I need to take this off first. Thud. Oh, I also need to untie your hands. You said to not stop. Com epsilon O. Since when do you listen so well? When did she? Did she untie herself using brute force? I'll do it. Haha. Okay, don't be too hasty. So she knows how to make that sort of face. Rip. We have a lot of time. I'm looking forward to this. Thank you so much for supporting me and please like, share and comment and subscribe to my channel. Bye.